Have you ever heard a song from your past and felt yourself transported instantly back in time? A wedding dance, a lullaby sung to your children, a tune from the radio in your first car. Suddenly, the memories come alive, and so does your spirit. For many seniors, music does more than stir nostalgia. It can ease stress, calm anxiety, lift mood, and even sharpen memory. And the best part, it doesn't require medication, side effects, or complicated treatments. Just the gentle, healing power of sound. In this video, we'll explore how music therapy helps seniors find a natural mood lift, restoring joy and balance in daily life. From calming rhythms that quiet worry, to familiar songs that unlock forgotten memories, you'll see why music is being used in senior care centers around the world. And wait until the end. We'll share one simple way you can bring music therapy into your home today. For James, a 79-year-old retired carpenter, the hardest part of his days wasn't the aches in his knees or the slower pace of life. It was the heaviness in his mood. After his wife passed away, he described his home as too quiet, too empty. He tried reading, watching television, and even walking in the park, but nothing seemed to lift the fog of sadness that lingered. The silence in his home became unbearable. Meals felt tasteless. Mornings stretched endlessly, and the nights were the hardest of all. James confessed, "It's not that I don't want to be happy. I just can't find the spark anymore." Like many seniors, James faced a struggle that medication alone couldn't fix. His doctor suggested antidepressants, but James hesitated. He worried about side effects, about losing the little energy he had left. What he longed for wasn't another pill. It was a way to feel alive again, to feel like himself. This struggle is more common than we realize. Studies show that many older adults experience depression or anxiety, often tied to loss, loneliness, or health changes. Yet the solutions offered are often medical, not emotional. Pills may help some, but they don't always address the deeper need: connection, joy, and expression. James felt trapped between silence and sorrow. He didn't know where to turn, and he feared this gray cloud might simply be the rest of his life. That fear, that joy has disappeared forever, is one of the most painful burdens seniors carry. But James's story was about to shift, because one unexpected visit, filled with sound, rhythm, and melody, reminded him that joy wasn't gone. It was waiting to be unlocked. One Sunday afternoon, James's daughter brought over a surprise. She had arranged for a local volunteer group to visit seniors with instruments. At first, James resisted. "I don't sing, and I don't play," he muttered. But he agreed to sit in the living room while they played. The first song was an old folk tune he hadn't heard in decades. As the guitar chords filled the room, James felt something stir. He remembered sitting around campfires as a young man, singing with friends. A warmth spread through him, a memory, a feeling, a spark he thought was gone. When the group invited him to clap along, James hesitated. His hands felt stiff, his voice uncertain. But slowly, he tapped the rhythm. Then, without realizing, he began humming. By the end of the hour, he was smiling, a real smile. Not the polite kind he had worn for months. That single experience revealed something James hadn't known. Music could reach places inside him that words and medicine couldn't touch. It didn't erase his grief, but it gave him relief. For the first time in a long while, he felt lighter. Still, James doubted whether this could last. It was nice for an afternoon, he told his daughter. But what about tomorrow? The fear of slipping back into silence weighed on him, and yet, something inside whispered that music might hold more than just a fleeting comfort. Many seniors share this doubt. They wonder if joy sparked by music is temporary, a momentary distraction, rather than true healing. But what James, and so many others eventually discovered, is that music therapy is not about a single performance. It's about creating a relationship with sound, rhythm, and melody that can bring steady comfort day after day. And that's where his journey with music truly began. After that afternoon, James's daughter encouraged him to explore music more intentionally. She found a nearby senior center that offered music therapy sessions, and though he was hesitant at first, James decided to try. The sessions were simple but powerful. Sometimes the group sang familiar songs together. Other times they listened quietly to soothing melodies, and occasionally, they played small percussion instruments like tambourines or shakers. James was surprised at how natural it felt. He didn't need to be a musician. Just being present was enough. Over time, he began noticing changes. The sessions gave him something to look forward to each week. His mood lifted, his energy returned, and even his memory sharpened. Songs from his youth unlocked vivid images he hadn't thought about in years, working in his father's shop, dancing with his wife at their wedding, teaching his kids how to ride bikes. Science now confirms what James experienced. Music stimulates multiple areas of the brain, boosting dopamine, the feel-good chemical, reducing stress hormones, and even improving recall. For seniors, it can ease depression, strengthen memory, and provide a sense of connection that words alone cannot. For James, music therapy became more than an activity. It became medicine for the soul, a natural, side-effect-free way to feel alive again. As James grew more comfortable, he began weaving music into his daily life, turning small moments into therapy. In the mornings, he played soft, classical music while drinking his coffee. "It sets the tone for the day," he explained. The gentle rhythms calmed his nerves and made his home feel alive again. In the afternoons, he tried guided relaxation with music, closing his eyes while listening to slow, steady instrumentals. This practice lowered his stress and gave him the same peace he once sought in medication. But the most meaningful part came when he revisited songs tied to memory. He created a playlist of favorites, the ballad his wife loved, the rock and roll tune that played on the radio when he bought his first car, the hymn his mother used to hum while cooking. Listening to these songs didn't just lift his mood, it reconnected him with the people and moments that shaped his life. Music also became a bridge to others. James joined a small singing circle at the senior center. There he found laughter, belonging, and the joy of sharing something beautiful with others. The group wasn't about perfect notes, it was about connection. Proof that even in later years, new friendships could grow through shared sound. In time, James realized something powerful. Music therapy didn't erase his grief, but it gave him balance. It turned silence into melody, loneliness into harmony, and fear into rhythm. And just like James, countless seniors are discovering that music isn't just entertainment, it's a tool for healing, grounding, and joy. James's journey shows us something profound. Healing doesn't always come in a pill bottle. Sometimes it comes in a song. Music therapy reminds us that the heart and mind respond not only to medicine, but to melody, rhythm, and memory. For seniors, music offers more than entertainment. It provides connection, comfort, and a path back to joy. A single song can soften anxiety, brighten mood, and even awaken memories long thought forgotten. It bridges the gap between past and present, reminding us of who we are and the lives we've lived. Most importantly, music therapy is gentle, accessible, and personal. It doesn't matter if you sing on key, play an instrument, or simply listen. Music meets you where you are, and in doing so, it proves that joy is not something we outgrow. The truth is simple. When words fail, music still speaks. Now I'd love to hear from you. What song always lifts your spirit, no matter how many years have passed? Share it in the comments below. Your choice may inspire another senior to rediscover joy through music. If this video touched your heart, consider subscribing for more gentle guidance on aging with peace, strength, and connection. Each week, we share stories and practices to help you feel supported and uplifted. And if you know someone who could use a little light in their day, share this video with them. Sometimes, a single song is enough to change everything.